Welcome to Retro Adventure Wednesday. It's me, TCAP Jedi, coming in with some awkward energy. It's good to see you. Welcome in tonight. We are back with more of King's Quest II, Romancing the Stones. This is the 2002 fan remake of King's Quest II that takes the classic, adds a lot of new elements, some new storylines, some new characters, some reworking of the lore of Kalima that we all know and love. So I'm looking forward to playing a little bit more of this one. I've played one episode already, really enjoyed it so far. Curious to see where this one goes next. But welcome in, everybody. So glad you could join me. Thank you, Kevin, for the resub. I appreciate it. Good to see you, Paul, Sith Princess. There's Robin. Howdy, Ricky, Atomic Matter. Oh, my goodness. Harmonic City, Lemming Runs, Pickled Dog. We got a good crowd in here tonight. I'm excited for where this is about to go. So I think we're just going to jump right on in and see what kind of trouble we can get into. Been an exciting evening here. I threw a little daiquiri party, which is to say that my wife and I drank 1.5 daiquiris each, and that's about as exciting and wild as things get around here. So this is fueled by daiquiri energy tonight, with handcrafted simple syrup, which is only impressive if you've never made simple syrup before. It's not even a tipsy stream. I'm too old to be tipsy. I couldn't handle it. For me, there's no difference between tipsy and fully asleep at this age.
There appears to be a sign on the door, but you need to get closer to read it.
Oh, this is a great question. Lemming Runs, my secret simple syrup recipe is 1 part water, 1 part sugar, heat over low heat for about 5 minutes. Voila! Simple syrup.
The door is plain and has a mail slot. It also has a sign posted on it. You read it.
The family of the deceased wish to thank all those who expressed their condolences over the passing of their loved one. Frederick enjoyed life and literature and had an ever-present, if sometimes wicked, sense of humor. May his soul be at peace in the realm of the dead, and may its Lord judge him worthy of eternal happiness. Oh, good. All right. We got a comb last episode, so to pick up where we left off, we're kind of doing the same thing that we saw in the original King's Quest II, only now we're searching for stones. They're going to grant us access to some sort of rock wall instead of 3 nested doors. I honestly miss the 3 nested doors. Like, that was a fun fantasy element for me as a kid, but I guess a talking stone wall isn't so bad either. I've heard also that if you do a little bit more sugar than water, it has a longer shelf life. Oh, I know. Tomorrow is the big release of Rosewater. Adventure game fans, if you're out there and you haven't heard of Rosewater, be sure to Google it. It's a Western adventure from our pal Francisco. If you're watching later on YouTube, definitely go check it out. I'm very excited for the launch of Rosewater. There we go. Right now, we're trying to get the first stone recovered, which, much like in the original game, lies with Neptune, I assume, or at least it's under the water. And now we have a comb to give to the mermaid as a gift. What cocktail are you making for Rosewater Day? That's a great question. I don't have any good Rosewater cocktails I can think of. Well, I teach all day tomorrow, so it'll need to be a strong cocktail, whatever it is. Go way down below the ocean, where Graham wants to be. Oh, man. I hate that you can't just walk up the beach. That is a downgrade in my mind. Yeah, Wajidai's Old Skies is coming soon, too. Between those releases and, it's not been that long since the Crimson Diamond and any number of other adventure games that have come out in the last few months, we've kind of been in an exciting period. I really have to walk the other way. Good Lord. All right, let's go the other way to the beach. I was wondering if they kept that. Sure. Just gonna do this all day. Oh no. The Batmobile lost a will. Well, there you have it. It's Batman. I'm Batman. All right. Go find this mermaid. That's one less billionaire. That's what I call a good start. Look at this pretty lady mermaid.
Basks on a nearby rock. Her long flowing hair extends over most of her upper body. The green scales on her lower body sparkle as she basks in the sun.
How couldn't she have been the other kind of mermaid? You want this comb?
You hold out the shell comb in your hand.
Your hair's a rat's nest.
Recognition shines from the mermaid's delicate features. She hesitates a moment, then cautiously extends her arm, hands open expectantly.
This is where you throw a net over. Now you have a mermaid. What every king wants.
You gently place the
Quest
shell
over.
comb in her palm. The mermaid examines it and smiles. She removes an opal necklace from around her neck and hands it to you. After a moment of admiring her once lost possession, she looks at you with anticipation. You attempt to charade the act of going underwater to the mermaid. She regards you with a look of puzzlement. Just when the whole demonstration becomes too embarrassing to continue, she suddenly dives into the sea and swims right up to you.
It's pretty shallow to be diving into. Is he kissing that mermaid?
After giving you a rather intense kiss,
wow.
The mermaid dives under the water again. You wonder where she has disappeared to. Then suddenly, you feel a pulling at your legs.
Oh no, I'm dead.
The mermaid holds on to you, keeping you from resurfacing. You struggle instinctively while trying to hold your breath, but she will not let go. You know you are going to black out soon.
Hey, Cregan. Hey, T-Pat. Yes, a police quest remake where all the police cars are Cybertrucks and they explode you if you do the check. I'm here for it.
Wait a minute. You're still breathing. How can this be? Could it have been the mermaid's kiss? Speaking of which, where has she gone to this time?
This time? Oh man, there it is. It's the seahorse. As a kid, this seahorse sequence was my favorite thing ever. I was obsessed with this.
Talking underwater isn't a good idea.
Tell that to Ariel and Umbriel. And all kinds of other mermaids.
Well, this is a new experience. The seahorse willingly allows you to climb upon its back. You slide into the little saddle and take up the reins in your hands. You just hope this creature knows where it is taking you.
There are so many swimming sequences. A part of me wonders if just because you could swim in King's Quest 1,
After
if that
a
just
time
became
of
the
traveling
template.
through ever-deepening water, you arrive at a massive stone archway. Passing through it, you notice it is covered with many different intricate symbols, none of which you recognize. Mer writing, perhaps? As you emerge on the other side of the arch, a grand sight greets your eyes.
Hey, David. It's Neptune. King Neptune.
You have entered an aquatic throne room. As one would expect, such a place has a throne of sorts.
Of course.
But what you see seated in it takes your breath away, if that still applies. It is unmistakably the ruler of the Mer-people, the king of this watery world. Known by many names, Neptune is the one by which he is best known to your kind.
Hey, Matawi.
You bow before the king. He returns the gesture with a lowering of his own head. You open your mouth to speak, but only a bubble emerges. It begins floating up to the surface.
Wait,
You
pop
watch
the
as
bubble.
your air bubble divides in two. Incredibly, each half maintains its semi-spherical shape. You take the half bubbles in your hands and position them respectively near your mouth and ear. A deep, elegant voice instantly booms from them.
Hey, Heavy D, welcome in.
Welcome here, human.
Thank you.
Of course, there are
I am
swimming
King
sequences
Graf
in
of
the ultimate
Daventry.
pinnacle masterpiece of PC gaming.
You explain that you are
Codename
seeking the
Iceman
three
Rookie.
gems of nature, and that you believe one of them to be somewhere in this realm. You demonstrate the approximate size and shape of the gem, then mention the Door of Destiny and what you hope to find on the other side.
I do have that which
Thank
you are
you, Ricky.
seeking, and know of the Door of Destiny. It is very old. Its origin is known to but a few.
Butterfew.
What I possess was known to the ancients as the Birth Gem. In the realm of the Mer-people, it is called the Water Gem, for without water, life cannot begin.
That checks out.
Might I have this gem, Your Majesty?
Wow.
I shall let you have the gem, but first I must ask you to earn it by way of performing a service for
Hey,
me.
Vervain. Welcome
You are
in.
about to say anything, but then remember what you heard the last time you said that word to the stone door. Instead, you just nod and allow Neptune to continue.
My trident, the symbol of my power and the strength of my people, has been stolen.
A faint mumbling can be heard through the ear half of your bubble. This
Ear
event
half.
is obviously of concern to those in attendance.
It is believed that one of our allies and neighbors have taken advantage of the Mer-people's kindness, and that their own king now has possession of the trident. If you can reclaim it in the name of the Mer-people, I will grant you ownership of the water gem. Will you do this, King Grim?
The murmuring has stopped. All are awaiting your response.
I feel like I
I
did
would
a
be
quest
honored to reclaim your trident, Your Majesty.
very similar to this in
My
Quest for
sentries
Glory
will
5.
escort you to the border between our two kingdoms. You may continue to use that steed to hasten your journey. It is my best.
Oh, wow.
My sincerest hopes that you do not fall victim to the Sharkees.
As you prepare yourself for this new quest, a sudden pang of apprehension seizes you. Did the king just say Sharkees, as in sharks?
Or maybe keys. Yeah, this is very exciting. Yeah, this is last time I had this opportunity in Quest for Glory 5. I definitely escalated a war and made everything worse by killing a whole lot of people. I'm hoping this
Your
time
Majesty, is there anything you can tell me about the Sharkees?
I can resolve things more
They
peacefully.
are large, fierce, and carnivorous.
Anything else?
They are always hungry.
Anything else?
that might be of benefit?
Like something to help you live longer?
I do recall that they have poorer vision than we Mer-people do, as they dwell in the darker waters.
Are you sure you're not just
So I
racist?
might have a chance were I to encounter one.
You can always hope.
That was not inspiring.
Why was your trident stolen?
That is a matter of great concern to me. Should the Sharkee king determine the trident's nature, he would assuredly bring about the deaths of countless Mer-people.
Oh, so this is in self-defense. Got it.
I shall return as soon as I am able, Your Majesty.
Good luck.
Hey, unstable. All right, we did it. We're on a
As you
mission.
depart the underwater kingdom, you see two guards waiting to escort you to the Sharkee's realm.
These scenes look nice. I think they've really, the art and the writing are pretty strong across the board in this game. Music and voice acting are good too. I mean, it's a very impressive remake.
The sentries swiftly guide you along the bottom of the seabed.
Hey, Shoop Up,
descending
welcome
into
in.
much darker, colder water. After keeping pace with them for what seems like an eternity, you notice a forebodingly dark area looming closer and closer.
Oh man, everything is foreboding here.
You have arrived at the border of the Sharkee's kingdom. This is as far as the sentries will take you. One of the guards salutes you. Then they both head back to the safety of their own waters. You're on your own from here, Graham.
Yeah, that's why as a kid, when I played King's Quest
Those
2,
guards were sure in a big hurry to get out of here.
when I played King's Quest 2 at age 9, the main thing I said was, why aren't there more politics? Oh, I love that it changes the icon. The walk icon becomes a seahorse icon. A seahorse over here.
This kind of plant would not be useful to you.
Well, I'd like it anyway.
There is no way you could catch a fish with your bare hands. Besides, these fish aren't particularly interesting.
Clearly, the narrator has never seen hillbilly hand fishing. An art form among my people.
There is nothing.
This just feels like a swim to the left thing. I hope that it's not more complicated than that. I should save, though, because a Sharkee could kill me. I should remember that. How am I at hillbilly ham fishing? Not great. I mean, I've touched fish with my bare hands on many occasions, like live fish, and it's never very pleasant. Fish don't feel like you want them to feel. They are much spinier than you want them to be in your head. Like, you imagine they're going to be just like nice and smooth and slippery, and then they're all pokey.
Your speech becomes...
Hey, Pickle Dog. Is this the best game ever? I mean, it's definitely an impressive fan game. Out of the Sierra fan games I've played, it's on a pretty short list of one of the best. No question.
You need to get...
I mean, it's no Kid Named Ice Boy, but what is? Hey, Shoepuff, thank you so much. I appreciate you dropping by and saying hey. Yeah, I've been a Sierra fan since I first played King's Quest 2, and it's hard to imagine sometimes that, you know, I'm still getting to have so much fun with these games today. I think like 9 and 10-year-old me would be very happy to know that
You lean over and pick some of the grass, which grows in between the rocks.
I still enjoy these games. And he'd probably also be like, did you get the Lamborghini we wanted? And I'd have to be like, no, that one didn't work out. Codename Iceman's beyond saving. You know, everyone, if you haven't already, you should go listen to the latest episode of Quest, the adventure game podcast. Ben and I and special guest Grayson are talking about Codename Iceman this week, and it is it's one of my favorite episodes we've done. We had a lot of fun with this and kind of came around to the conclusion that for all of Codename Iceman's problems, it almost functions as kind of a form of art on its own. It's a fascinating game. Kid Named Ice Boy is perfect. Everyone's talking about Codename Iceman. Hey, Grayson, good to see you. Just in time. Yeah, I would say Codename Iceman has maybe never been hotter than it is right now.
This guard would not be interested in anything of yours except for your corpse. You chew on the end of the grass.
Oh no.
You saw a Sharkee in the sea. He quickly made a meal of thee. If you want your life prolonged, next time don't delay so long.
Thanks, Sharkee. Well, boogers.
You saw a Sharkee in the sea. He quickly made a meal of thee.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Pine Peak. Welcome in. Wonder what I'm supposed to be doing here.
You lean over and pick some of the grass, which grows in between the rocks. You can't use the...
Shoepuff, I really appreciate the subscription. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for the support. Just hanging out with me when I'm playing these games. It's always a a pleasure to get to share them with folks, especially when it's a game I haven't played before like this one. This remake is all new to me, so it's nice having folks around to enjoy it with. And also folks here in a minute that when I get desperate will give me a clue that I need to move forward. I'm not there yet, but I will be soon. Oh, a shipwreck.
You need to get
Well, this is starting to feel like a trap.
Examining the heavily waterlogged remnants of the vessel, you notice an old antique bottle half buried in the sand. With great difficulty, you lean over in your saddle and manage to scoop it up.
Scoop, 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 scoop it up.
You don't find any debris from a wrecked vessel lies strewn and half buried on the seabed. Seeing no remains of the crew, you wonder if they were eaten before or after they drowned.
That's a morbid thought to have, Graham. You might want to talk to somebody about that.
Nothing happens.
Oh, I really like that plan. What's this thing?
The candle is unlit.
That's not going to do us any good down here, is it?
You can't
Don't get eaten by the Sharkies. Not a bad hint. I like that there are regular sharks and Sharkies. It's good to know. That's where parallel evolution is important to observe. Huh.
You chew on the
So it's not seaweed and bottle. Regular sharks are good puppies who won't hurt you. That's good to know.
Your sword is far too heavy and cumbersome to wield underwater. You'd best...
What's the point of having a sword if I can't constantly
This
use it for
guard would not
violence? This didn't work earlier either. Oh, there it goes. Game over.
You saw a Sharkee in the sea. He quickly...
It's over. Can I talk to him? Really not.
They would love to talk to you, or rather about you, while you are digesting in their bellies.
They'd love to have you for dinner. All right, let's keep exploring. I'd already be back on the surface and halfway back to the door by now in the original game.
Your speech becomes...
Oh yeah, well your speech is a bubble too.
You pledged to Neptune that you...
Okay, so my solutions definitely lie here. Can I go down? Is there down? There is down. Is there more down? Oh no, there's a lot more. Get up at shark, wear its head as a mask. Yeah, I mean, these are all good adventure game solutions. Is this maybe just a maze? Is that what I'm dealing with? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just in a maze. Some kind of Sharkee maze. Hashtag Sharkee maze. Get out of there, Graham. Okay, so that's a Sharkee screen. It's like the desert maze, except there's plenty of water. Yeah, I should have to stop and eat sand periodically. You get the full effect. Ah, life-giving sand. Nectar of the gods, that's right. These buff shark men must be somebody's jam. Boy, it does give that feeling, right? Someone was definitely activated by these buff shark men. Whoop. I've always wanted to see a buff king fight a buff shark man. Okay. Well, there you go. Grayson is getting activated right now. I mean, I can't blame anybody. I mean, look at that. That shark, that does nothing for anybody. That's just a shark. But that's a whole different story. Well, gang, what in the world am I supposed to do? I am happy to take a hint at this point. Because I'm just wandering around. Why is this remake of a game I've played 100 times before the hardest game I've ever played? I don't think it is. I think I'm just bad at it.
This is the main entrance to the Sharkee's fortress. Judging by the looks of things, simply entering and grabbing the trident will not be as easy as you'd hoped. You get the feeling you should not dally here for any length of time.
Dally. They really did add so much to it. And it's really wonderful. It's impressive.
This guard would not... You can't...
Uh-oh. Aw, dang.
Maybe a frontal approach wasn't such a good idea.
That could be a hint. And she fellows in a library card. That's right, T-Pat. That's the move.
Maybe a frontal approach wasn't such a good idea.
I hear you, but I'm not sure how else to come at this problem. They did say they have poor eyesight. Maybe I can just slip in. Watch your throttle. Yeah, Seahorse is just like, I'm bouncing.
Maybe a frontal approach wasn't such a...
Ride a shark in. This doesn't seem to be the solution.
Maybe a frontal approach was...
Maybe a frontal lobotomy is the solution. But I seem to get farther doing this from this angle. But I feel like this can't possibly just be a sneak behind them solution. No, it's not. I don't think it is. There may be another screen where you can go left. Maybe so. Let's try that. We'll just hug this wall. Doesn't seem to be here. We are dealing with an illusion wall, are we? That's right, we need to grind our stealth stat. This is the problem when you aren't sneaking the entire game. That's the solution to these kind of stealth-related issues. You need to be deedling 24/7. Every day I'm deedling. Do 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 do. Oh, well, thank you, Lemming. I guess the seahorse is on the other foot, as they say. Now what? Fish, are you important?
Alas, you cannot. The fish is too.
Oh, come on.
The western wall is but an illusion. You easily pass through it into a series of caves and tunnels on the other side.
Wait,
It's pitch black in here. You cannot see a thing. You'll need to find some sort of light source before you are able to proceed. It's pitch black in here.
Oh, wait. So I correctly guessed there'd be an illusory wall at some point. I just was in the wrong place for it.
It appears to be another part of the rock wall.
Huh. Well, there you have it.
You choose.
The grass was bioluminescent earlier, at least the fish around it were, weren't they?
The fish is not in. It's pitch black in. It's pitch.
Why does it keep resetting me back out here?
Nothing. You can't.
Like King's Quest puzzle.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, it felt like a long shot, huh?
It's pitch black in here. You can. It's pitch black in here.
It's weird that this is
You cannot
bugged.
see a thing. You'll need.
And then it just resets me back over there. Hey, Grundy! We were just talking about you a little while ago. We're all very excited for Rosewater, releasing tomorrow. Everyone be sure to wishlist it and then promptly purchase it.
You can't use.
It is tomorrow, right? I'm not crazy. And you should know that. You should. Come on. That feels like you should definitely be aware of that. Okay, gang. Someone tell me what I'm supposed to do here. I feel like it might be a little bit bugged with it resetting me outside the imaginary cave every time I try to go in. Ready for rooting and or tooting?
Nothing. You can't use.
Here, I'll just go through this illusionary wall.
It's pitch black in here. You cannot see a thing. It's.
Put gem in mouth.
You choose.
Let's put a candle in my mouth. Seems reasonable.
You attempt to mold the candle into a wax miniature, but you can't use. Nothing. It doesn't require a wax. This.
Huh. Yeah, putting the grass in the bottle doesn't seem to work.
Nothing happens.
You can see if I use the trigger spell. That does make a lot of sense, actually.
Nothing.
Yeah, putting the grass in the bottle was what I kept thinking.
You can't use. You can't use.
I need to find those light up boys. Yeah, probably so. I probably need to capture them in the bottle. That was my mistake. Maybe you need to open the bottle. Now this is interesting.
You remove the cloth from the bottle.
Hey, it's the cloth. I remember that. Thank you, Grundy.
You stuff the sugary grass into the empty. Nothing. Donk, 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 donk.
Look, I'm easily amused, okay?
Donk, donk, donk,
Okay, 7 more times and I'm done.
donk, 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 donk.
There we go. We did it. Okay. I wonder if it does the same thing on this screen.
Donk.
It does. Okay, I wasn't screen specific. Just good to know. Are these the glowy guys? Are you guys glowy guys?
You can't use. There is nothing of interest. There is no. This underwater.
Oh, I don't care. So those glowy guys were way up north. This is a fan remake of 2. It came out in 2002, developed by, is it AGD Interactive? Yeah, AGD Interactive. I always get my various groups that did Sierra remakes a little confused. I can never remember what's Infamous and what's AGD, which used to be Tierra. Hey, you dummies, get in here.
You place the baited bottle on the seabed, close to the luminescent fish.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
A few of the glowing fish are now swimming around inside the bottle.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Jim Walls. Donk, 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 donk.
You take the bottle.
Oh, man.
Donk.
I think now it should have like a little like crystal chime effect when you donk yourself with the glowing bottle. I would have Jim Wild's King's Quest look. I mean, a lot of it, like, do you remember the end of, I think it was Fable 2? I think it was Fable 2. Maybe it was Fable 3. The one where you become king and like the final act of the game is just you sitting in a throne room, like settling petty squabbles and making policy decisions instead of playing an RPG anymore. And then it's like a weird resource management sim. And at the end of it, like you're invaded, and whether your kingdom, you know, survives or falls is all dependent on that. I feel like maybe that's that could be it. Uh-oh, Cleo, what did I miss? We got Ask Jess anything, it just says post payment. What did I miss? Intense blacksmithing section for 2/3 of the game. That would make sense. What's the, yeah, I guess blacksmithing's like the medieval fantasy version of a lathe. Donk. Peter Molyneux should try his hand at reinventing the point and click adventure. I would love to read those interviews with him where he talks about all the wonderful things he's going to do with it. Oh, you didn't pay for your question? No, I mean, I also will just answer anything whether people redeem that or not. So, you know, that redemption is purely optional. I mean, this is basically the codename Iceman section of King's Quest. Yeah, we should hydrate here underwater. We made tremendous progress in 40 minutes or so. Well, this really does have some put gem in mouth vibes. I like the music though. Feels very Quest for Glory 2, which is, in my mind, one of the highest compliments you can receive. Could we get to blow up an oil rig like in Codename Iceman? I hope so. Wow, a game studio you worked for employed you to make a game on our platform, and he spoke at an all-hands meeting about the game he was making. Peter Molyneux.
You can't budge the shell.
Is this really like a maze? Ugh. Hey, Retro Gamer Dad. Yeah, this is a fan remake of King's Quest 2 that adds a whole bunch of new content.
A large opaque shell seemingly blocks a tunnel to the north. Whatever lies in that direction must be very important. Luckily, there's no secret password required to open this door. It is just very big and very heavy looking.
Oh, it is a sword puzzle. Finally.
You slide your blade through a small gap in the door and pull with all your might. It is difficult handling your weapon underwater, and you realize that combat will not be an option. So if it ever comes to that, you're in big trouble.
I'm curious with Newtonian physics and everything how you got enough leverage.
As you open the door,
to brace
ample light
yourself
floods into the underwater
to
cave,
pry it open.
and you are now able to make your way around without the glowing fish.
Like, how would that work? Like, what would you brace yourself against to pry something underwater? When was this remake made? It was 2002, and then later, a few years later, they released an enhanced version, which is what I'm playing, that has the voices, and I think it overhauled a little bit of the graphics. And
Oh
things,
no, the seahorse has followed you. Let's hope it doesn't give your presence away. You are safely concealed behind the remnants of a stone archway. This is fortunate, as the king of the Sharkees is also here. Aside from his menacing appearance, he also seems to be in a very bad mood.
Is it not written that Trident's power can only be wielded by those of goodwill? Well, is it not?
The king's aides nod fervently.
I'm sorry, that guy's
Do
great.
I not possess the greatest will in this kingdom? No one can best me in battle. My resolve is unshakable. No amount of bleeding can dissuade me from slaughtering my enemies. Does this not signify that my will is the best there is?
Oh man, that mouth.
The Sharkee king's aides seem all too willing to agree.
This guy does
Why does
rule.
it not work?
You watch carefully as the Sharkee king taps 4 shells in order around the arch.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh yeah, paid attention.
It matters not.
Oh no.
Tomorrow we invade the
Did someone get
Mer-people's
that?
territory. For without the trident's power, that old fool Neptune and his weakling followers will fall before our might.
Okay,
Who
Richard
will?
Dad.
Ha! Mine is superior to all.
As he leaves, the Sharkee king motions for his guards to remain.
Just sneakily swim
The
over.
guards have noticed you.
Oh no, Dad.
Did you expect to just float by unnoticed?
Yes. I just saved when I got in here. Is this the very beginning of the underwater of the caves? Oh, that was dumb. Bad move. Well, this time I can pay attention to what gets pressed. Let me get my notebook out for note taking. That's right. It's the StairQuest notebook, available on redbubble.com. And you can see, like right now, it has a bunch of notes that are codes from a Space Quest game. Apparently, those look like time pod codes. All right, let's see here. Oh, here's some more time pod codes. Just all time pod codes. This is a notebook full of time pod codes. That's how I'm living my life. Okay, let's try this again. Let's be smart this time, though. That's what I'm going to do differently. This time I'm going to be smart. This time I'm going to dress the seahorse up like a sexy girl Sharkee
As you open the door,
and use it as a distraction.
Hey, bro. Nice horse. Hey, Daddy.
Thank you, T-Pat.
oh no, the seahorse has followed you. Let's hope it doesn't give your presence away.
Okay,
You are
let's see
safely
here.
concealed
I'll make a
behind the
diagram.
remnants of a stone archway. This is fortunate, as the king of the Sharkees is also here. Aside from his menacing appearance, he also seems to be in a very bad mood.
I do not understand it. It should work for me. Is it not written that Trident's power can only be wielded by those of goodwill? Well, is it not?
The king's aides nod fervently.
And do I not possess the greatest will in this kingdom? No one can best me in battle. My resolve is unshakable. No amount of pleading
Okay,
does
I think I've written down
Sharkee
a key that should work here. Okay, so it's...
You watch carefully as the Sharkee king taps 4 shells in order around the arch.
Okay, I think I may have it.
It matters not. Tomorrow we invade the Mer-people's territory. For without the Trident's power, that old fool Neptune and his weakling followers will fall before our might. Goodwill. Ha! Mine is superior.
As
Okay. Thank you, Sharkee man. Very good, Quill. Thank you. I think that matches up with my notes, which I just got sketched it out close enough. Mine kind of looks like like an overhead view of a mouth. It's like little teeth. It's like a teeth diagram.
The seahorse does not appear.
I was gonna make a ghost seahorse.
You can. This guard would not be.
Oh man.
Donk. The seahorse. Donk. Donk. This guard. You can.
See ghost coast to coast. Yes. Absolutely.
You give. The brooch has an. The yellow flower. The yellow flower. Sniffing the flower underwater is not such a good idea.
You're not my dad. This is gonna kill me, right? Donk.
The guards have noticed you.
Slash him and
Your
dash him.
experience in underwater combat is lacking. You are easy prey for the Sharkees. Having an idea, you approach your somewhat reluctant
this is
steed
mean.
and slap him hard on the back.
This is mean. Here, kill my seahorse. Let's go get him.
Look at him go. The guards are momentarily distracted. Now is your chance.
Okay. Go, Graham, go. Go, go, go. Okay. 2, 3, 4.
You push on the shell. It
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a skip for that? You can just skip it? Hey, Eden. What would Roger Wilco do in a situation like this? Shag rugs, stack electricity, all that makes sense.
Without delay, you snatch up the trident before the guards return to their posts.
That's all I can get. Aw, man.
It
Now I can
appears
kill him
as
with
if
the
the
trident.
guards are losing interest in the sea.
Fill your pants with coins. Always a good idea when you're swimming to safety. Now, if this were a con game.
No, the seahorse has followed you all the way back to the secret entrance.
If this were a con game, it would let me escape just like automatically.
You remount the seahorse.
Good job, Graham.
Your seahorse glides onward, flicking its little tail faster than ever. You grip the reins tightly, glancing nervously over your shoulder every so often to check for pursuing sentries. As you make distance, your anxiety melts into relief. But it is to be short-lived.
Aw, man! Wait, it's a skimmer? It's a seahorse skimmer? It's a reverse seahorse skimmer. Oh, I love it. Banjo-Kazooie moment. Yeah, I've never played Banjo-Kazooie. Or how many times you can get hit here. Maybe just one. No save. I was gonna save scum this, but no luck. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh man, the Sharkies are getting closer.
Finally, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. You quickly make a dash for the exit.
Indian Aqua Chicken game. Yeah, Lemon and Eden, you're both on the same page there, and you're absolutely correct.
As you emerge, you realize you have only seconds before the guards come out after you. And even if you could outrun them, you're sure the commotion would attract the sentry's attention. Then you'd be in real trouble. Suddenly, you hear a strange voice in your head.
He of noble and goodwill, royal trident thou may wield.
All right.
Attempting to discover the meaning of threefold pain?
No, I was trying to stab my ding-dang seahorse.
You wonder what that did, if anything at all.
Ah, no, he destroyed a ding-dang ecosystem.
Oh. You have already made...
Well, there you have it. Enjoy your solid wild, goofballs. Oh, do I really have to go back? Oh, I have to navigate all the way back. Just teleport me. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. Whoa. I've defeated your people, and now I wield the trident of power. Kneel before me, Sharkee. Here we go. I love that this game, like normal sharks, are just fine. Like we've heightened the danger to a point that Graham doesn't even like sweat it over a normal shark. Got pinned in here. A feeling not wholly unfamiliar to me. Hey, speaking of which, on Friday night, I'll be streaming more of Leisure Suit Larry Reloaded. Okay, so it won't let me go up on the edge of that screen. I really got to go all the way around this dude. Mayhaps I am. Okay. Boy, Neptune's going to be happy to see me. After a long day of ruling from the throne of Atlantis, King Neptune likes to take a break, watch a little TV in his Poseidon. Poseidon.
The trident guides you back to Neptune's realm.
Donk. Yeah, donk is the right answer. That was a stretch, even by my standards. Donk. The fanfare here sounds a little Space Questy to me. Dun, da, da.
You approach the king. He smiles and graciously accepts his trident from you. Then he calls everyone to attention.
To commemorate the return of my trident, and to honor King Graham's success, I hereby call for a celebration.
Man, we could have used this trident to slay Neptune, then we'd be king of the underwater
The
realm.
celebration lasts for some time.
We could have had any mer wife
and
we
have
wanted.
a merry time with many of the Mer-people. After a few hours, the festivities wind down, and you finally have a chance to speak with Neptune alone.
Whoa.
The gems of nature represent the 3 stages of life. Water gives birth to life, and thus what I have given you is the first of 3.
Okay.
Second is the growth gem, or air gem, for air sustains life and permits it to grow.
How might I find the growth gem?
I know only that its location is as far above the surface of the land as we are below it. Beyond that, I cannot aid you.
Is there also a Dracula,
smirk
sir?
crosses Neptune's face momentarily.
You might say that air is not exactly my element.
You decide that the beverages consumed were to blame for that one.
And the third gem, Your Majesty?
And Big Daddy
Third
Neptune energy
is
here.
the death gem,
Oh.
the completion of life and the natural order of things. The door of destiny understands this now, as did the ancients who imprisoned the soul within. As for that gem's location, I had hoped you would have no business venturing to the castle. Kolima was once ruled from that place, but sadly her people have not seen their lord for quite some time.
Is he a Dracula?
But if you please, I would prefer not to dwell upon
You have to tell me if he's a Dracula, otherwise it's
you have
entrapment.
done me a great service this day, and I thank you. Good luck, King Graham, and good speed.
We did it. This was a triumph.
You depart the underwater kingdom and head back towards the surface. What an incredible experience.
Yeah.
You are certain you'll never forget the adventure you just had. Additionally, you have acquired one of the gems. As you resurface, you realize that the magic which allowed you to breathe underwater has now subsided.
We are the crystal gem. Always save the day. All right, let's see here. Perfect. Also, I wanted to check something real quick. How dare you, game? Why'd you take away my bottle? How dare you? For shame.
You attempt to open the door but find it is locked. You think you can hear the sound of labored breathing inside and decide against causing any further disturbance.
Do 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 do. All right. To the door. To the windows. To the wall. To the windows. To Jim walls. Jim walls. Actually, I haven't. Have I tried to go in there? Oh, am I out of saves?
You rap on the treehouse. You have come upon a quick little dwarf. The dwarf is much too agile for you and could easily dodge your attack.
Come on.
The sneaky little dwarf caught you by...
Did he steal anything of value from me? I'll reload that. I don't think he did. Can't get me. Far too clever. If we had that bottle, we could just donk him. Oh, I'd like to donk that dwarf. Should donk the dwarf. Donk that dwarf. Okay. A glorious wall.
You would prefer not to place the gems of nature.
Oh, really?
The door of destiny.
I have to get out. There's not a, like, ongoing thing?
You would prefer not.
Hey, Game Roulette, thank you so much for the follow. Well, now I'm like, I should restore because I don't know if I have a limited number of times I can cross that bridge. So, gang, let's see here. The next one is to go up high. Is it like the original game and I need to find the... Oops. Did I bug it out? Bugging out. Yeah, I wonder if I need to find the antique shop. Is the antique shop in town now? David, I wouldn't mind a little hint if you can kind of just give me a nudge in the right direction. Keep thinking that's a shit. What happens if this wizard gets me? Come get me, bro.
What an enchanting encounter. Enjoy the rest of your life as his pet.
Honk, honk.
You have come upon a...
Place in town that was closed in the morning. Yeah, surely time passed while we were underwater. That checks out. Very good. Thank you, David. Why is the dwarf's door so big? It's probably not custom house. We got a bunch more items since last time, too. That's a really good point. We got a sweet handkerchief, but not a bottle. The only item we cared about is gone. I don't want to live in this world. Not like this. You think he knows the banana wizard? Almost certainly he knows the banana wizard. I have a whole fan fiction about it. Never written any King's Quest fan fiction. I think I've mentioned on stream before, one time I did try to film a simple adaptation of King's Quest 3 with a friend's camcorder as a child, where I played Gwydion / Alexander. It was quite the production. We didn't get a lot of scenes complete. What did the haystack need? I'd love to watch it too. I think it's lost media. I don't think that one's coming back. Just on loan from Quest for Glory.
Ah, Dragonfire! Oh, no, wait. It's just a mounted dragon head. Whew. 'Tis a tad too big to fit in any of your pockets.
You did that with Hamlet. Well, you know, in a lot of ways, King's Quest 3 is the Hamlet of Sierra.
If you thought that you needed a shield, you would have brought along your virtually indestructible magical shield from home.
This is literally what I said earlier.
You couldn't even move. You've never needed one of these. You can figure out which way the wind is coming from all by yourself. An expensive-looking statue catches your eye. It is sculpted of white marble and appears to be the only item of any real value within the shop. You find it quite odd that this grand statue is situated amongst other ordinary items of far less value.
Please do not touch that. It is extremely valuable. Please.
Sorry.
Sorry. I love Sassy Graham. Okay, what else we got on the shelves here?
Apparently, this interesting-looking item is a Model DX cartridge retrieval unit. Quite a useful little device in another time and place. A strange cylindrical and slender container sits high upon the shelf. The markings on it read 7-Up. What on earth is that thing?
This is fun. This has kind of got a Quest for Glory vibe to it.
A large and incredibly hefty-looking mallet is propped up against the shelf. A small engraving on its head reads, Broggy.
Now that's very Quest for Glory.
You are inside a cute... You are inside... There are some vases on... There are some... It is a tiny harp. How cute. It is a red sorcerer's hat.
Like a Simon
Obviously, the Swiss haven't quite got the idea yet. You are inside... You are in... There are some... A rather beaten and tarnished brass lamp is...
That's the good
It is
stuff.
a crystal ball. Placing your grubby hand. There are no cartridges here to retrieve. You suspect the reason why the proprietor placed it. Your finger. You don't need it. And apparently, neither does Simon.
Wow, it really is a Simon the Sorcerer. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Confoined.
Placing your grubby hands. Placing your... You are in... You are in... Some old shield.
Okay, let's talk to this lady.
Good afternoon. What can I do for you, dear?
Hello. Do you sell anything that would aid an ascent up a mountain?
Unfortunately, I do not sell climbing equipment, or anything of that sort. This is really a specialist store.
Oh.
However, I do have an item which you might find useful. This lamp
This lamp.
is said to contain a genie.
Oh.
Never tried it myself, of course. I do not believe in using magic to solve my problems.
What sort of
Nature
problems is a
has made us
beautiful
as
lady
we
like
are.
you have?
And we should be glad of that.
Uh-huh. How much for the lamp?
The old lady hesitates. You sense she wants more from you than your money. You hope it is not anything that you will regret.
Well, we can make an
Well,
arrangement.
Seeing as how you are a man who seems adept at taking care of himself, perhaps you could do a small favor for me?
Sure, you want me to kill?
Somehow, you knew she was going to say that.
I once owned a beautiful nightingale. Quite rare around here. But the sentimental value far outweighs its monetary worth. That foul old witch
Sentimental
had
value's through the roof.
stolen it from me. Probably to use in some concoction or another.
Her nose screws up in disgust.
So, if you could be a sweetie and retrieve it for me, I will trade you. The lamp for the bird. Agreed?
Well, I will see what I can do.
Do be careful. If Agatha should spot you out of her good eye, then you'll be in for it.
You have not. You have.
Sing, sweet nightingale. Ah. Okay, let's see here. Boyd. A Boyd the Noid.
The haystack, or rather whoever or whatever is inside it, is no longer responsive to your inquiries. Maybe you should do something to help the occupant first. Maybe you should.
Haystack overflow.
Here, this might help your sneezing.
Oh, thanks.
Brody.
Here, you can have this back now.
You retrieve the partially used cloth from the haystack.
Feel better?
Yeah, it's so good to be able to
Well.
You take the silver needle.
Well, I can't believe they've never done a needle in a haystack puzzle before in this series.
The haystack, or rather, there's nothing in the haystack. It is a large sheet of slightly unhygienic, yet still potentially usable cloth.
Yeah, the screen shake animations seem wrong. Like there's some weird, like the text isn't completely shaking with the rest of the screen. I've noticed that too. I wonder if it's something where I have it in this forced 4:3 mode with the letterboxing, if that's throwing it all off. Okay, so I guess to Hagatha's. I wonder if it's still as simple as it used to be. We throw the snotty cloth over the bird cage, or if this puzzle's grown more complicated as well. Let's see. Can't wait to see Grandma. Grandma. Yeah. I don't have a great sense of where Hagatha is anymore. This is nice. I did a really good circle here. I haven't quite figured out the layout of this game. If anything, I do feel like my familiarity with regular King's Quest 2 is proving to be a hindrance as much as anything. I think it's making it harder for me to find my way around this game. Grandma and her old flame, the Count. I mean, that's semi-canonical, right? You can't get there from here. Okay.
He's way past talking these days.
What?
It is a human skull with a radiant blue stone wedged into its eye socket. It is a human skull with large eye sockets.
You want this stone I worked really hard for?
This skull, as you attempt to place the birth gem into the skull, you discover that it does not fit properly. Instead, it juts out uselessly like a bulging eyeball. The birth gem protrudes from...
What did it say?
The birth gem protrudes from the skull like a bulging eyeball. You take the birth.
You get
As you
mallet?
attempt to-
We don't have a mallet. I'll just stick a needle in your eye.
That has
Hammer it in with a fence
that
post.
has This guy was decapitated long ago. That has
Well, he had the donking bottle.
you
This
take
is
the
right.
birth gem.
If I had the donking bottle, I'd be fine.
It doesn't require a wax. That this
I think I die if I go in, right? Yeah.
you saw black glow, you did not slow.
See a gem plunger. I mean, there is a mallet in the original game, right? Like, I know the stake is just lying up against a tree at some point. Where do you get the mallet in the original game? Here's the mallet. In the original game, yeah, it's in a hole in a tree. That's what birds sound like. It's true. Hey, Ben, how's it going?
The tree
Folks, it's my Quest co-host, Ben, in the chat. P.S. Garrick. Again, everyone, be sure to go listen to our latest episode. It's a real treat. One of our best. So I wonder if I just need to find a tree with a hole in it and find a mallet, if there's something else going on. I'm just kind of assuming it's the mallet. Hey, thank you, Shymoth Boy.
You've already helped the pumpkin, and the mother wants to spend time with her children. Best to concentrate on your quest.
Oh, no, Kevin. Better than the one where we answer your question. What do you mean? That was a great episode. What is an adventure game was fantastic.
Don't
Yeah, blame Kevin for that one. We finished recording that one, and Ben said, "I don't want to be in a podcast anymore," and I had to beg him to give it at least one more chance. That's right. we had our in case of emergency break glass Grayson moment. We'd had him in our back pocket this whole time in case an episode really went too bad. And thankfully, he was just waiting in the wings to fix and sweep in and fix everything. But this is still not open.
The door appears to be barred from.
Outside waiting for a train. Wow. That's exciting. My request quest was fine. No. You can't get out of this now. Shots were fired. They can't all be winners. It was so bad I lost my teeth again.
You have run into an.
That was a tough episode, you know. Just a peek behind the curtain. It was when I was in the throes of my horrible dental pain for a couple of weeks ago that we recorded. So I was just in sheer misery. And Ben was like 2 days away from moving to a new house and in the middle of packing. And I know how stressed I am when I'm in the middle of moving. So I think neither one of us was at the top of our game. And it kind of showed.
You peer into
But this most recent episode, we've never been stronger. That's right. You only watch it for secret podcast behind the scenes.
You peer into the
Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm ready to accept a hint if anybody has one to give. Because I am not getting anywhere. Walkthrough says it's in a tree. Okay, good. Well, there are only 900 trees in this game, so we'll just start looking. Ugh. Yeah, tree ideas sound. Look for one that's still planted. Now those look treasonable to me. Treasonable here meaning reasonable tree, not like the act of treason. I think we are looking for a mallet, Ben.
These trees do not look
Where we're at in our journey. Because we need to jam a gem into a
these
skull.
trees. These trees.
Adultery, son. Who's an adultery son? Two north, two east from the lemon grove, eh? I'm not in some sort of mists of time scenario, am I? Yeah, it's definitely not in the swamp, but you know what is? Me, baby. Me. Watch this, though. I've got a great solution to get out of the swamp. It's a pro tip if you need to escape the swamp in King's Quest II, Romancing the Stones is... Oh, no. No, Graham, hurry! Put some pep in your step. I like how just like disappointed he is. How he shuffles off screen. Oh, I was looking forward to menacing that guy. And, you know, I like that the enchanter is still around, but why isn't his music more terrifying? Why doesn't it make me want to die every time I hear it? Like the original. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Radagast really has let himself go. Poor brown wizard. Oh, no. Let's see here. So 2 north, 2 east from the lemon groove. 1. North. And east. Oh. East. That's just town. So angry right now. Never been more angry. Where's this tree? Oh, is this the tree? Well.
When you peer into the hole of the pine tree, you see a mallet lying there. You pick it up and take it with you.
Taco Wizard. That was my favorite season of the Adventure Zone. We did it. Okay. That's going to be really funny if this isn't the solution. If it's not a hammer, gem into skull with mallet kind of puzzle. Well, hammered in not with mallet, but with malice. Malice in the palace. So next semester, I'm teaching my war and pop culture class. And I'm kind of like in a world right now where I'm thinking, I just want to turn this into a class to entertain me. So like, I'm thinking we're going to spend a lot of time in that class talking about Star Wars, which that should be fun. But then also I'm like, can I show a bunch of 20-year-olds in the year 2025? Can I show them some or all of Duck Soup with the Marx Brothers and hope that they will be able to tolerate that experience? Is that possible? I'd like to. I really want to do Duck Soup, but I worry that they will have very little patience for it. I mean, I try to think of what else we might do. Like, part of me wants to do. We might do like the original All Quiet on the Western Front. I feel like that's an obvious one to do. We'll definitely watch Doctor Strangelove. That's going to be in there. I really like, for certain reasons, for certain things I like to teach about with sort of like masculinity and pop culture, and where I like Biloxi Blues of all movies starring Matthew Broderick. That might be in there. Platoon's always a good choice for a more serious film. Stripes, I wish. I don't know.
As you attempt to place the birth gem into the skull, you discover that it does not fit properly. Instead, it juts out uselessly like a bulging eyeball.
I love Biloxi Blues. I don't know why, but I do. I have a book they're reading about Captain America and nationalism and war. So maybe we'll watch the Captain America movie. But the one starring, oh gosh, who does that thing star? Isn't it J.D. Salinger's son? Doesn't the original bad Captain America movie star J.D. Salinger's son? Like Matt? Yeah, there you go, Grayson. That's right, J.D. Salinger's son. Okay, I started saying that, and that was like, am I having a stroke right now? Is this something that actually exists? And yeah. J.R.
You gently
Salinger.
tap the birth gem with the mallet, hoping not to break it. It budges only slightly. You give it a harder hit. It moves a bit more. You hold your breath and give the gem an almighty thwack. It pops into the skull.
Well.
He's way past. He's. You saw black glow. You did not slow.
Okay, so puzzle not solved.
That has no. That. You can't.
Puzzle not quite solved. Oink.
That has no.
Hey, Dr. Plopper, thank you so much for the sub. Welcome in. I appreciate the support.
It is a human skull with a radiant blue stone wedged into its eye socket.
Hey, here's my other eye.
The birth gem is now fully inside this skull's eye socket. As you face the skull towards the image of the bat above the cave, you
Had
notice
to
that its
inspect
wing
it.
has faded slightly. However, you suspect that whatever danger the bat represents is still in effect.
Thank you. He does look like he could use a jaunty hat.
You turn the rightmost skull so that it faces the bat symbol above the cave entrance. The power of the two
Lasers.
skulls combined has caused the bat symbol to disappear. You sense whatever danger it represented has now subsided.
By our two skulls combined.
As you enter, you are almost
no.
overwhelmed by the foul stench which molests your nostrils. It is
Ugh.
obviously coming from whatever Hagatha is cooking in that large cauldron of hers. There are some things of interest on the other side of the cave, but you have no means of crossing over there safely at this time. A caged nightingale sits on the floor near the northern cave wall. The light from outside barely penetrates the interior of this cave. So long as you keep your distance, Hagatha shouldn't notice you.
I got a solution to this problem.
When it comes to might versus magic, all bets are on the latter.
I don't know. The element of surprise would seem to weigh pretty heavily here. Excuse me, Hagatha?
To your horror, you realize that your attempted push the witch into the cauldron strategy has achieved nothing more than garnering her undivided attention.
Well, you are the gentleman.
I really
Saving
dig
me a
her
lot of
portrait.
trouble by coming here.
Trespassers will be towed.
Did you really think that tactic was going to work a second time?
That's really funny.
You need to get close. A simple but you need to get being as quiet as a mouse. You slide your hand inside the cloak to discover a deep pocket. Amongst sticky and disgusting spell ingredients, you find a tiny silver key and a peculiar golden ring-shaped device.
Ring-shaped device. Is that Xena's little chakram or
This
whatever?
odd circular device intrigues you. It depicts several different symbols around its outer rim. The sun, a mountain range,
Oh, no.
a drop of water, and a cloud. The golden object is very light and seems to be made of pure gold. The symbols that adorn it appear to have been chiseled. You hear Agatha begin a chant of some kind.
The fluid of blood.
You silently
with
drop the
bone and
cloth
flesh.
over the cage. Upon attempting to lift the birdcage, you notice that it is attached to a thick chain and bound by a small lock.
Uh-oh.
You slide the silver key
Oh,
into
wow,
the lock.
that's lucky.
It fits. You turn it silently, and the chain falls to the ground.
It's Atlantean Sunstone Trapmoral recordings. Straight out of
Without making
Indiana
a sound,
Jones.
you take the nightingale into your possession.
'Twill make my complexion young and fresh.
What a dummy.
Inducing time to
You cannot remove the birth gem while the blue light is streaming.
Sounds like a job for Sword.
This guy was
This sounds like a job for Mallet.
You strike the skull with all your strength, and it shatters easily. The birth gem clatters to the ground, along with a multitude of bone fragments.
Can you get
You
bone
reacqui-
fragments?
You have no desire to kill
Breaking skulls, finally.
a human. He's way. The skull is now.
All right. Well, there you have it. Let's go return this nightingale. Donk. Do 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 do. Just wreck it on your way out. Yeah, Graham's done here. He doesn't care what happens from here on out. Well, I thought this was going to be like a twofer kind of stream game, but I'm definitely going to need a minimum of one more session to finish this thing, if not two. This is a very involved King's Quest 2. This is like twice the Queen's Quest 2. Queen's Quest. I haven't even met the Dracula yet. But I can't wait. A 1 gem per stream situation. Probably 2 more. It's starting to feel that way. It's not exactly like I'm burning through this thing either. It's a full ding-dang game. Of the fan games I've played, I'm trying to think, like, this one feels to me most believably like it could have been a commercial Sierra title out of the ones I've played, I think. I mean, Heroine's Quest isn't exactly a fan game the same way this is. Oh man, look at all those gems. I mean, what are some of the other best fan game remakes out there? I mean, there are 3 of them for King's Quest 1, 2, and 3. There's the Space Quest 2 remake. Space Quest Zero as a fan game is definitely very good.
Then please give it to me.
And Incinerations and Valhalla Strikes Back are really good again if we're just thinking about original games. Not a remake though, yeah. Well, now I feel like I need to go back and play King's Quest 1.
The sheer elation on her face almost makes the whole risk worth the while. She snatches it from you and proceeds to fuss over the bird. You wait for a moment, but it seems she no longer notices you.
If you don't mind, about the lamp you promised me in trade for the nightingale?
The shopkeeper looks up at you vaguely. She gradually remembers that there is another being in her world.
Yes? Oh, yes, take it. You'll have no beginning of use with it.
Wow.
Don't you mean no end of use?
Of course. Whatever you say, dear.
You hear Angelina muttering cheerfully to herself as she exits.
Finally, I have the final ingredient for that marvelous youth potion. I'm going to beat you to the punch, my dear Agatha. Serves you right for hoarding this sweet, juicy thing to yourself.
You feel a nauseous tinge in your stomach. Well, at least the lamp is now yours.
Okay, that's a good joke. I did not see that coming.
Placing your grubby hand, you take the old lamp.
That's fine. That's good stuff. Yeah, I'll take a subversion here and there. Okay, you know what? I think this is going to be the perfect time to call it a night here. I don't know if I have time to get ye second stone here, but we're getting close. So we're going to pause here and come back next Retro Adventure Wednesday with more King's Quest 2 Romancing the Stones, because I'm having way too much fun with this. I can't wait to see where it goes next. For now, I want to thank everybody for hanging out, for being such good company. I hope you're enjoying this one as much as I am, because I'm having a blast. I'll be back Friday night. I'm going to be streaming some more Leisure Suit Larry Reloaded. I think we'll probably be able to wrap that one up next time around. But for now, we should definitely get a raid going. Oh my goodness, who's playing what and where should we go? Let me see. Oh, we've got all kinds of good options tonight. But, you know, if I see The Secret of Monkey Island, There's no way that I'm not going to jump in on that one. And Tuigia, who's one of my favorite streamers, is streaming The Secret of Monkey Island tonight. Let's raid over and say hello to Tawi. But for now, thanks again, everybody, for being here. Thanks for sticking around for what I thought was a pretty good time. So I'll start that raid. I'll see y'all again soon. Take care and have a good rest of your evening. And thank you, Lulu Casserole. I appreciate it. Take care, everybody.